Hey folks, 4RC here. Got a really nerdy video for you now. This is going to be about remote controlling winches and LED lights on your model and how you can do that with controllers. This is going to go on my Axial SEX10 build, but you can do this on anything. It could be an aeroplane, tank, whatever you like. So let's talk about winches first of all. This is going to be mounted on the front bumper. It's a little electric winch with a connector here that's you just need to give it power and then it will pay in and out. So it's got a plus and a minus. How do you remote control that? Well, this is a 3 racing winch. RC 4-wheel drive make them as well, and they come with a little controller that you can plug into one of your radio channels, and then you give it power as well. So let's wire this up and show you what it does. So we just plug the winch itself into the controller unit, and this particular one has a button on it that you can winch up and winch down on the button, but obviously that's not remote controlled, so you need to then plug this into your radio system. I've got another video about using multi-channel radios for controlling extra stuff. I'm not going to go into this 6-channel setup here, but suffice it to say, you have a radio system with more than 2 channels. You need that, otherwise this is not going to work for you. Let me just turn this on. So right now I've got your normal traditional 2-channel system that I'm now going to chuck in extra stuff, and in this case I'd like to control the winch on this spare proportional stick here. So that one I think is elevators. It's an aircraft thing. I'm going to just plug this in. Now that can go into any spare channel on your receiver, and now if we hold the winch up, see that's paying in and out. So effectively this channel here on the transmitter is acting like a 3-position switch. At the moment it's neutral, switched one way, switched the other way, and that's exactly the same if you've got a pistol grip. It's like this is a 3-channel Spectrum unit. You've got a switch here that's in neutral, flick it forwards, pull it back, 3-channel. Sorry, not 3-channel, 3-position switch. So that's a simple winch controller there. Now, what if your radio system, maybe you don't have a spare 3-position channel? What if you've got like a switch on this, it's just 2-position, or a switch on your pistol grip? So you can't use this for that. What you need is a third-party winch controller. Now, I've bought a product here, this little blob. This is from a company called OK Performance. Links in the description if you want to look at their products. I chose this mainly because it's really tiny. Also comes waterproofed with plastic dip straight off, and OK Performance give you a bunch of options on what connectors you want to have. So this particular unit will plug in. Let's move the 3 racing one out of the way. This is the OK controller now, so I can plug that into the winch, or plug the winch into the controller, and then I've got my control wire here that's going to go into my receiver, and then my power wire. Now you can do whatever you like with that. You could plug an external battery into that, you could wire it into the main battery on your model. It's up to you, you've got flexibility there. Now in this case I'm going to simulate a 2-position switch. On this controller I've got a switch here for landing gear up or down. So if I go to the gear channel here and plug this in, now this winch controller from OK Performance is for a 2-position switch. They do make another one for a 3-position switch. So the way this one works, if I switch it, does go well when you've given your winch some power. Right, let's plug that in. There we go. Right. Whoa. Okay, I might have to scratch showing you the AOK winch controller for a 2-position switch, because I've just done a really silly thing. I plugged my external battery pack. The 2 connectors here are the same on the controller unit. This one here should go to the winch. I plugged the power into that side of the controller, not the other side, and some smoke came out. It's now not performing like it should do exactly. It's a little bit sick, but I'll just show you what it will do to give you an idea. What should happen is you flick it one way, it pays out. Flick it again, it stops. flick it again, it goes the other way. I've just blown this up though, so I'm going to be contacting Al to get another one of these. But that's an example of a controller that, if you hadn't just blown it up, would allow you to control a winch paying in and out on a 2-position switch. Other controllers are available for winches. Okay, so moving on from winch controllers, let's talk about LED controllers, so you can switch lights on your model on and off remotely. LED controllers, I guess you could say, kind of come in 3 levels. One is simple little boxes like this, but not this particular version, that literally you just give them power and they turn lights on. All they are essentially is a little box of resistors. If you've got your LED, you need to have a resistor in line, otherwise you're just going to pump too much current through the LED and you'll burn it out and it'll just fizzle out immediately. You can't just plug an LED straight into your battery, it'll blow it up. You can't plug it into the 6-volt on your BEC. That'll blow it up too. You need to put resistors in. Go have a look on YouTube or the internet. There's lots of people showing you about working out resistor values. So basic LED controller is just a box that you plug in, lights come on. Not very exciting. Well, then you get up to kind of the what I call the mid-level controllers. This one was from radshaperc.com. There's a link in the description. This is basically, it's a 3 racing controller, and this is kind of dynamic, if you like, because you've got these 2 wires here, and these plug into your throttle channel and your steering channel, and then there's a bypass to go back to your servo and speed controller. And what they essentially do is they give this little box here the signals for your steering and your throttle, and then this will send out and turn on and off LEDs depending on what you're doing. So for example, you've got some small LEDs here. These are indicators, so if I steered left and right, these would flash, so you can wire those up into your body shell. And then you've got front lights that may come on all the time or come on when you go full forward power. You've got brake lights, reversing lights, and so on. So they're quite good, but they don't let you turn things on and off remotely without driving along. And what I want to do on this particular model is turn stuff on and off remotely. So you need to go to kind of a next level of controllers. Things like this. There are lots of LED controllers available. I'll put a link in the description to several different good products. This one is from HeyOK Performance. I chose this because it's nice and compact and it's waterproofed from Al, which is good. And you've got your wire here that plugs into your receiver to tell it when to turn on and off, and then you've got your power into the controller, and the power you want to put into this is not going to be your 7.4 volt battery LiPo or 7.2 volt nickel metal hydride pack. You want to put a 6 volt into this from maybe the BEC on your ESC or a separate BEC, the battery eliminator circuit. This particular one, it has 4 pins, you can just about see that there, and that controls 2 separate circuits. So let me show you how this works. Now for this I just need to give it some power temporarily. Right, just to demo this, I've got a temporary bit of wire set up. So this is going to plug into this Dean's connector here, and on this particular speed controller it's got a little 6 volt output to kind of run a fan, and I'm just going to pinch that. Now typically what will be a good setup is to, in the power into this LED controller, run a 6 volt from a BEC. Other LED controllers that are out there do similar things to this, insofar as they take a signal from your receiver and they switch on or off. HeyOK Performance do another unit which kind of looks the same, but this is a single circuit controller, but it's got 3 levels of brightness, so you can send it a signal once, like on your unit or your switch, and it will go full bright. Send it again, it goes medium. Send it again, it goes dim. There are some other products out there I've seen. Hobby King do one, for example, that will have it's a circuit board that's got loads of outputs on it, and I think it controls up to 6 channels. I'll put you a link in the description, and you can use it in 2 modes. One is for every time you send it a signal, so maybe flick your switch or a spare channel, it'll turn one channel on and off very quickly and cycle through all 6. So for example, say you had a model of a rocket launching tank or something, you could flick fire rocket 1, fire rocket 2, and so on. Or you switch this controller board into a separate mode and it will turn on output 1 and leave it on, and you flick it again and it turns output 1 and 2 on, and then 1, 2 and 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it starts to turn off the first one. So you can kind of have different combinations of circuits turned on. That's quite a useful unit, but the thing is, to have different things coming on and off, you have to keep click, 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 cycling through. Now what these controllers do will let you have more granularity. Right, I've just plugged in the HOK controller, so I've got the controller here. There's two separate circuits going to just some temporary LEDs. Power's coming from the back on the speed controller, and the signal from the receiver is going from this up and down channel here called elevator. So if I go up, you can see that one LED comes on over here, and then if I go up again, so half of this proportional channel is controlling that LED circuit. Now obviously you could wire loads of LEDs off of that, and then the other half is controlling that circuit, so I could have both on and then control them independently. Right, so I just plugged in the other flavour of the HOK controller, which is the one that does different levels of brightness. So I've still got on this channel here, I can turn two separate circuits on and off, and I've plugged into a 2-position switch, the other controller, that will give me one switch just turns the LED on full power. If I switch again, it goes to medium brightness, switch again, it goes to dim, switch again off. So I can, with a 2-position switch, just cycle through. So there's some options for you on controlling LEDs in different ways with your multi-channel controller. Some of the products I've spoken about I don't have to show you, but they are linked in the description. Do take a look at the one from Hobby King, the controller board that has the multiple outputs that you can fire separately or control in different on-off sequences all by one channel. That's quite a good unit, and there's a few other links for you to explore. Hope this was useful. Any comments, please do post them below. Thanks for watching.